What's going down? You already know what it is. It's time for another cool conversation with Cam Quotes. And right now, I got a young brother that is prepping to be an R&B sensation. Okay, he has a song called "Long Song Away," which is on the charts right now. Especially if you're in Chicago, they blazing it up in Chicago right now. "The Awakening" is his album, and that's coming up on March 24th. So I'm done talking until we talk to the homie Kevin Ross. What's up, bro?
What's going on, man? Thank you for having me, brother.
Good, man. I'm glad you could be here, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So, I see you're out. You're on tour. You're on tour with Ro James.
Well, I just finished up with Ro James
Right.
a couple of weeks. Well, maybe like a week and a half ago.
Right.
So we've been ripping and running, man, doing promo. We've been having fun, man. It's been a really good time.
Exactly. So, you two guys, along with like BJ the Chicago Kid, are known as like the soul singers, the guys that are doing quote traditional R&B. So, so I want to know, do you feel an obligation to do what people consider that classic R&B sound?
No. I just do what I feel.
Nice.
You know, especially for the first album, I wanted to give people nostalgia. I wanted to give people, me and how I felt about, my hometown, which is DC. I wanted to give people just good vibes and who I am. Now, R&B, within its natural form, is progressive. Right? So I have no obligation to, remain traditional. My main goal is to remain progressive. And so that means that I will dabble in some things, every now and then, as far as, some R&B, so even like some EDM stuff, and, just kind of like fuse the worlds together. So
Nice.
I'm all about it.
Nice. So the album is The Awakening.
The album is The Awakening. It comes out March 24th. Super excited about it, man. We have some great features on there. Lecrae, BJ the Chicago Kid, Babyface is on production on one of the records. Right. And really, man, just a bunch of young producers that's out there that's extremely talented, that I'm just blessed enough to have them on here before they all blow up. So,
Right.
Yeah.
No, definitely. So what's something that people need to be awake and aware of about Kevin Ross?
Well, I don't think that the album is necessarily for myself. It's for the people, for them to understand how necessary they really are. To their families, to their communities, to their culture, to the world, and most importantly to themselves. To understand that they matter. That what they do in this life, how they contribute to the world, it really does make an impact. Whether that's with one person, 10 people, 100 people, and so on and so forth, that makes a difference. So my faith is in whoever puts in that CD or downloads it off of iTunes or streams it on Spotify, that they get the message, and that it's very clear that I'm sending a charge out for people to be great. I'm sending a charge out to shift the culture. I'm sending a charge out, to not look at the present and dwell on it, but to see it for what it is and say, cool, we can change it.
Right. Glad you said that about great. Brought up the word great because I see in a lot of your press releases and even in some of your social media, you always talk about the aspect of greatness and striving, the passions for greatness.
Absolutely.
Why does Kevin Ross want to be great?
I think being great is what we were designed to do.
Nice.
You know what I mean? God built us to be great. You know
Nice.
what I mean? We are God-like because we are His children, right? So with that being said, He has possessed, or He has given us great qualities, you know what I mean? Great talents, great gifts, in order to spread all across the world, and in order for us to inspire one another to be great.
Right.
So I think that that's very important for each and every person to reach their highest in it, to really like maximize their full potential. God gives us several gifts. They talk about that in the Bible where like, there's, 3 men and one person had 1 gift, another person had 5 gifts, the other person had 10 gifts, and the person that had 1 gift kept it to themselves.
Right.
The other person that had 5 multiplied, the other person that had 10 multiplied. So the thing is being able to capitalize off of whatever gifts or gift that God gives you and to be the best that you can be. Because once we are the best that we can be, then we will see a change, we will see a shift in our culture, we will see a shift in government and every aspect of the world.
Right. Nice. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, seeing you on Twitter in between your tour dates.
Yeah.
You said, you mentioned something about becoming a control freak.
Yes,
so,
yes.
If you can give us insight, what was the moment that let you realize that you were becoming a control freak?
I think that, you have moments within your career where you understand that it's your business, and that even though it takes a team effort, when you see that the team can go harder, you know what I mean, or be a little bit more tighter,
Right.
or you see people becoming, a little lackadaisical in certain things, you tend to call people out on that. Because if I hold myself accountable, I will hold you accountable because of the fact that it's a choice for you to be a part of what's going on within my career. You know what I mean? So like, I think that's where it came from as far as being a control freak. Getting on the phone and just making sure that I know, certain nuances about my career. Where am I going? Why are we doing this? What are we doing? How are we doing this?
Right.
It's all about structure, you know what I mean? And it all has to make sense to me.
Nice.
I can't necessarily trust anybody to just send me somewhere and then I trust them enough that everything's going to be okay, especially if those particular people aren't here.
Right.
So I have to be in control of my business, and that turns me into a little bit of a control freak.
But no, that's great. I'm glad you shared that information with the people, because there's a lot of young artists that don't understand that aspect of like, hey, this is your brand, this is your business, this is how you intend to eat forever.
Yeah.
So you can't have the small, like little nuances and the mistakes and just the I didn't know, because we're in this age of information, in this age of technology in general, like you just can't not know, especially when it's going to affect how you eat.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing as far as within the business is like you have to find that fine line, between being grateful and being thankful for, having people that are around you that have the same goal. But at the same time, just like if I have a bad show, we should all be trying to figure out how do we make this show better. How do we, move it forward. Same thing if I make a song, and I play it for the people that I trust them enough to tell me whether it's good or whether it's bad, right? So, we all got to be held accountable. And I just think that, for every artist, you have to make sure that in your business that it's running the way that you desire for it to be ran, and recalibrate when you need to recalibrate. There's no exceptions. I think that the music business has created this thing where like they've created these old mechanical rules that they feel like artists should abide by, and that's not the case.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like rules are being made, rules are being broken each and every day.
Rules are being innovated also.
Absolutely. And so for me, I believe in that. I believe in the progression of the business as far as to say, cool, business is becoming more individualized. So if that's the case, then more artists should be concerned with what their business is more so than the next man or the next label, all that. It's like, handle your business and everything else will be taken care of.
Oh, that's a great info. Great info from the young rising star, Kevin Ross. Like, that was vet talk for y'all, and he just getting started. You're from D.C.
Yes.
Chocolate City. Is it still Chocolate City out there? Or?
It's milk chocolate.
Okay, milk chocolate city, chocolate DC.
Little milk chocolate in there,
you know what I'm saying? Cool. From a community standpoint, what do you think the city of DC, or the district of DC needs right now, like from a community aspect?
From a community aspect?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like DC always needs voices. They always need, every city. Yeah. Every city needs a handful of champions, to motivate the youth. You know what I mean? Like, and I hate to always bring it towards the youth. You know what I mean? Because I do believe that it's never too late and it's never too early to live out your dreams. But a lot of my faith is within the youth. You know what I mean? So for me, it's really about making sure that we have champions for them.
Nice.
Making sure that we are fighting for their future. Because what we're doing now, or where we're at now, should not dictate the future. You know what I mean? Of kids. It's like, like they should be bright, they should be better than us.
Right.
You know what I mean? Especially within our communities where like a lot of after school programs are being cut out. You know what I mean? A lot of things that, kids have the opportunity to do after school are not available to them anymore. So as a kid, what do? You're curious, you know what I mean? You're inquisitive, so you get into mischief because you can't help it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's a part of nature. You know what I'm saying? If your environment entices you into getting into mischief, then that's what it is. But if you have certain structured programs that's in place so that these kids don't know how gifted they are. They don't even know where their gift is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if it wasn't for somebody showing you how gifted you are in certain fields, you wouldn't know.
Right.
You'll probably be somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
certain people may not have a path like my father sang.
Right.
So that's always kind of been embedded in me.
Right.
But for my neighbors or for my friends, they maybe found their gift at 21, 22 years old in college or something like that.
Right.
So self-discovery is very important, but to have programs in place in order to speed up or further that process, in order for them to start pinpointing and say, I'm really good at this.
Right.
I'm really good at management. I'm really good at accounting.
Right.
I'm really good at this. Let me hone in on this.
Gotcha.
So that by the time you graduate from high school, you're not just thinking about, I just need to get this money, get a 9 to 5, but to
Right.
really hone in and say, I could be the dopest at this.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's the difference.
No, I dig it. I dig it. So now we're going to get into some real milk chocolate talk. All right?
Milk chocolate.
I mean, unless it's not milk chocolate. So,
Yeah.
I got a scenario for you. The person of your dreams standing in the same room as you, and you have one song, because you're an R&B cat. You got the smooth chrome
Yeah.
and the tones and all that.
Yeah.
So if it's one thing that you could sing to that person, what would the song be?
It would probably be like it'd be a Donny Hathaway song. A song for
okay.
you. You know what I mean? Like, because if she's of my dreams,
Right.
I'm gonna bare my soul. You know what I'm saying?
There
Like,
it is.
I'm gonna be transparent with her, let her know. Like, I done seen some things and I done been some places, you know? But at the end of the day, me bearing my soul and being transparent should clearly let her know that this is my way of showing my love. You know what I mean? To say, I ain't got nothing to hide in this situation. Like, I'm gonna bear it all out on the table. And this is who I am, you know?
There it is. So, ladies, if you ever get some Donny Hathaway sung your way by Mr. Kevin Ross, you should know it's real. You should know it's very real. You know what I'm saying? Plug yourself, your project, and what's the best way for the fans and the new fans to contact you?
Absolutely, man. You can follow me at Kevin Ross Music. That is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, you name it. I'm on it. Always remember to be great. Once again, my album comes out March 24th. The Awakening. You can pre-order on iTunes. You can pre-save on Spotify. It's all there. Thank you so much for having me on this platform, brother.
No, man, I appreciate you,
Yes, sir.
man. Thank you for coming through. Hey, listen, life is a culmination of good and bad decisions you make. So please don't have unprotected sex with someone you hate. All right? It's your man Cam Quotes, Kevin Ross. Be safe, be humble, live hip hop, and we out.